our visitors right here have been very kind enough to let us answer some questions about their experiences and etc. So here we go. First, I'm going to pass you to George.
Hello. Who's the most famous? Oh no. Who's the best darts player you've ever played against?
Who are you asking?
Yeah, I've been pretty lucky really. I've played Phil Taylor, Michael Van Gerwen and Luke Littler's probably the most famous ones I've played, and Gary Anderson. So, but there's been quite a lot. They're probably the most famous ones.
Okay.
And they all beat me.
What brought you into darts?
What brought me into darts? I played football to quite a good level and I got injured when I was younger, so I had to find something else. And my dad played darts, so I went down the pub with my dad and played darts.
What age did you start darts?
I started playing darts about 17, 18, and then just went through there and then got introduced to county youth by Ben, and then started playing county youth when I was 19.
Right, Ronnie's next. Go on, Ron. Hold the mic, Ron.
How long did you practice darts when you was young?
Go on, Carter. Do you want to go? We'll go round that way.
Oh, when I first started playing, I first put my board up. I was on it every day when I got home from work or sixth form or whatever. And now, probably not as much as I should, to be honest. So keep practicing while you're young.
Who is your favourite West Ham player?
My favourite West Ham player ever, that's a hard one. There's so many. Trevor Brooking and Bobby Moore, the old boys. But probably my favourite is Paolo Di Canio.
Yes, good chat. One more,
What
Ron.
age did you start playing darts?
There you go, Ben. That's on
me.
you.
I started playing darts when I was about 14 and then kind of got into the youth setup when I was 15, 16, and then I played my senior debut when I was 18, 19. So.
Right, Len, your turn, mate. 3 questions. Carter first.
Have you got any superstitions for upcoming games?
Oh, great question.
I always wear the same pair of socks and shoes when I play county youth, and the same belt. So, yeah,
Okay.
that's about it really.
What would you rather, West Ham win the Champions League or you win the World Championship?
Well, that's a really tough question, but definitely me win the World Championship. It's £1 million this year, so I don't mind seeing West Ham not win it if I can win the World Championship.
What is the biggest venue you've played in?
Biggest venue I played in on stage would be Frimley Green in Surrey, where they play the BDO World Championship.
Wicked. Sammy, your turn. 3 questions.
Right, first I'm actually going to go to Richie. I want to ask this because, of course, you do also artistic work as well. You paint, I think, cats and dogs. Really?
Yeah, I'll anything really, but mainly cats and dogs.
Yeah. Is there actually anything that you're actually bad at?
Yeah, I'm rubbish at football. I'm rubbish at going to work. But I'm quite a good cook, but I'm terrible at ironing.
Okay. Let's start. What has been your favourite achievement in darts ever?
Me. Again, that's a tough one. Probably representing England a couple of times at youth level in the World Masters. But one of my biggest achievements would be winning Essex Player of the Year, because there's so many good players on there. Wayne, Kevin, Colin, Richie. So yeah, winning the Essex Player of the Year. That was in 2008, I think.
What is the toughest player you've ever played against?
There's a few really. James Hubbard was PDC World Youth Champion. Keegan Brown was World Youth Champion. But for me, the best player I've played, just natural ability, is a guy called Michael Wiles, who plays for Notley in Essex at the moment. Just absolute pure natural ability. Never seen a guy throw a dart like him.
Right,
One for me, Sammy. Right,
Wait,
we're going to...
one more.
Go on in, talk
One
about-
more. This one's for you. Who's your least favourite football team that you despise most?
Millwall.
Right, one from me quickly, gentlemen, before you go, and I'll share this with the team once you've left. First of all, thank you for coming down to us today. We really appreciate you not only playing the boys, but giving them a chance to ask you some questions. They've all missed one main question, I think, and that is there any advice the three of you can answer that you'd give them looking to get in such a young age into darts if they want to get onto the Alexandra Palace stage one day? So between you, can we ask all of you what advice you'd give?
Yeah, I mean, probably the only advice I could actually give is to practice. Practice all the time you can, and that's the only way you'll get good, because the more you practice, the better you get. So that's the only advice I could really give.
Practice. What advice would you give to a young carder?
I mean, I've practiced this a lot, but learn to lose. If you can lose, then you can learn to win. If you can't lose properly, it becomes a very frustrating game to play.
Good call.
Mine's very similar to that, actually. It would be remain patient. It takes a long while to be good. You're not going to be Luke Littler tomorrow, and you're going to face players who are very, very good. I think the one thing that I did when I was younger is put yourself out of your comfort zone. Go and play against the top players and don't worry about losing. Experience that, because that will make you better without you even knowing. Keep up with the little practice routines that we showed you earlier. And like I said, just play as much as you can. And when you have a little bit of dip and you're not playing so well, just keep playing, because you'll come out of that and you'll be better the other side.
Right, so thank you very much, boys. Thank you very much for coming down, gentlemen. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.